Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Oakland Raiders. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Check.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Well, he's going to take a shot right away, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Go.
I got him. That's me. 48 to Mike.
Go.
All day.
They'll look to throw. And Eifert has it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
Hey, what's up?
Squeeze.
Check 26.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 47-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. No.
Rock it. General West.
Get wide. Check. Fresh.
Get it.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Double tight.
Hey.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
Go.
83's me. Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48.
Five.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Hey, Sam off. Big grip.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Let's get it. You draw Porter.
They'll run on first down. Finley. And some space here. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 87 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So that play flips the field right on its ear. Here's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Right here. 49, come on. 49, come on.
Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Costello. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part.
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's in for 6, a Steeler touchdown. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Steelers 14, Raiders nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those script...
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
It's now third down and 1.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
At the 40-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Raiders nothing.
Set. 15 line. 15 line.
Hey, come on now.
Start.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yes, yes.
Here's 2nd and 8. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
On the double. Leo.
They'll run on first down. Finley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shit.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Delta.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
218, chopper.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Hey, wahoo.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Tight end run.
Hey, orbit.
Check.
You're out.
Tighten up.
Gone.
Watch the whip.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Costello. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. from 19 yards away. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Raiders take over at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Mike 48, Mike 48.
Smith.
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we got Mike the 48 right now. Let's go.
Now.
They'll set up a throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. He got 29 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply.
Here we go.
If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Bravo.
48's Mike. 48's Mike. Hey, defense. Hey, defense, let's go. Check 48's to Mike. Check 48.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. The open man is Shark. It's complete. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now. Go.
Hey, we gonna Mike the 48.
Hey, Echo.
I'm gonna run you over. I'm gonna run you over.
Hurry, hurry. Dude.
Looking to throw. Going for it all. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
48's Mike. 48's Mike. Who that?
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Check 48's the Mike. Check 48's the Mike.
Ready?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to find Gallup here complete and able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll drop the throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll keep it on the ground. Finley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Go. Hey, Alpha. Run 6-6, pull it high.
Watch 49. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
Hey, box drop.
Joker.
Look at me. Go. Lead grip.
From the gun on third down. Costello. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing.
Hey.
49. 49's a Mike. 49's a Mike. Check. Mike's 40.
Hey, Charlie.
49. Gotta do better.
Look, squeeze.
Kill.
Let go.
From the gun, Costello. This one complete to Devin Funchess. 23 yards, the final tally.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Operating from the gun, Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Mike's 49. 49's the Mike. Watch 49.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
49's the Mike. 49's the Mike. Silver. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. I'm going to come back to you.
Rock it.
Switch.
Ready.
On 3rd down, Costello. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I'll guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check the backer. Hey.
Jacobs now. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Look at me, zipper. Hey, Delta.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right here.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Desmond Trufant on the coverage.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, high 7.
48 Mike.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked picked off at about the 31. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker couldn't make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Chopper! Hey, orbit!
March 49! I got you, son!
Smith! Hard! Fight!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Going long here for Wallace. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Leo! Bravo! Big grip!
From the gun, Bartholomew. He may try and run for this. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more caught? And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the...
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Bullet good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
61, matchbox lights.
Check hot route. Hot.
Ready?
On first down, it's Jacobs, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Kill.
At the 35-yard line.
X3, 218, chopper.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Back to throw. And Eifert has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Vincent Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let him know, let him know. Let him go.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Devin Singletary, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to let one fly for Tate, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Go. 48 for Mike.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Caught Eifert over the middle. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
60 Pittsburgh.
Come get some. Come get some.
Now back to throw. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll get this complete to Batson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
48's Mike. 48's Mike. Hit it.
He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
49's the Mike. 49's the Mike.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Check three. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Finley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go. 15 line. 22 jet bomber. Coming to you.
Hey, watch it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Finley got some room at the 30. And finally brought down at the 38. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 38-yard line.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Out.
What we got?
Sleep rip.
On first down, Finley. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check safety. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Finley, they'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
48 for Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Watch the screen.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They'll run on first down. Finley. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Finley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Go now. 50, plant. Gone. Get it.
Now a give, right side. Finley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that